friend of Norman Cousins, and would bring over these outtakes. And he noticed that 10 minutes of laughter worked as a natural painkiller and would afford him 2 to 3 hours of pain-free sleep. There's a guy, Dr. Lee Burke at Loma Linda University School of Medicine, read the book Anatomy of an Illness and wondered what happens with our body when we laugh. And he found out that when you laugh, your serum cortisol levels in your blood diminish and your active T lymphocytes in your blood increase. And both of these spur your immune system. As you know, our immune system is what keeps us healthy. And so much of our stress, especially when you're ill, is it's related to your fight or flight mechanism. And if we are continually in that fight or flight mechanism, it suppresses our immune system. And so laughter kicks your immune system in and makes you physically healthier. The guy named Hans Seeling wrote a book called Stress Without Distress, and he said that stress is based on our thoughts, but when we experience humor, it changes our perspective on that situation, thus it changes your thoughts and your feelings. And so humor not only helps us reduce our stress and improve our health, it helps us prolong our careers. And one of the things that I love to talk to on the other side of the cancer equation is to nursing. And one of the things that was a woman named Patty Wooten who studied nurses, 231 American nurses, and found that when they were encouraged to laugh and shown how to see the humor side of things, that they felt more in control over their life. They couldn't control external situations, but they could control how they responded to them. And I did a program with Patty years ago, and she said, tell everybody that those nurses stay in nursing twice as long as the average nurse because they are simply looking for humor. And so humor is a wonderful tool to not only improve not only improve our immune system, it's also an important tool for those caregivers that are having to provide the care for cancer patients as well. So it's a wonderful, and too often times, I've worked in healthcare, it's kind of a gallows humor, if you will, but that's how so many people cope.
That's right.
Is by finding the funny. So.
That's right. Well, and I know, when you to speak to it really is how you look at a situation. That was I tried to use Michael's passing as a teaching tool for Seth, our son, who is now a senior in high school, which I can't believe. And but I said to him, I know. And my whole thing, Mike passed away right before Seth was getting ready to start his freshman year in high school. And I was like, I had a two-prong approach. It was to give that kid a stellar high school career and to make sure I could keep this organization up and going because that's how, we were going to honor Mike. But I remember telling Seth, I'm like, look, dude, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. That really is it. And so you can either be bitter or better. And nobody were to blame you if you crawled in bed and pull your covers over your head. And, everybody that knew you knew the relationship that you had with your dad. But I said, that's not going to serve you and it's not going to serve him. And you need to do what's best for you. But it truly is how you react to this and the example that you set for others. And so he's just done, he's done an incredible job. But it really is how you look at it. So how can we bring more humor into our lives? Because I think that if we looked at things that were more funny, that we would all be better on the inside and on the outside.
Right. And I'll just say, in the little time I knew Mike, he would not want Seth to be discouraged. He'd want Seth to move on. And so, but the two ways that especially if you work with people, the first thing I love to tell people is hang out with those folks that make you laugh and make them leaders in the organization. My wife and I, we've been married, like I said, 38 years now, and she is one of those people that makes me laugh. And regardless of what is going on, she has that ability to make me laugh. And so I think that is what has kept us going this long. I worked with a guy named Jesse Gomez years ago who was incredibly funny, but kind of a dry wit. And in the most stressful situations, he would come out with something funny. And it just kind of brought everybody a relief. So the first thing I do is always tell people, hang out with those folks that make you laugh and make them leaders in the organization. And the second thing, and this is my prescription for everybody is take time every week to enjoy things that make you laugh. Movies, books, television shows, podcasts, recordings, whatever the case may be, because Dr. Burke, who I mentioned a minute ago, wondered, do we only receive the benefit of laughter when we're laughing, or do we receive the benefit of laughter when we begin to anticipate laughter? So he did a second research project and found out and told his patients, in 3 days, you're going to watch a very funny video. Each of the days leading up to the video, his patient's immune system got stronger and stronger, and he's proven conclusively not only do we receive the benefit of laughter while we're laughing, we receive the benefit of laughter when we begin to anticipate it. So if you know you're going to do something every week that makes you laugh, you receive that benefit not just when you're laughing, but when you begin to anticipate it. And one of the things I always like to say is that, or offer at least, is if anybody who would like a free copy of my DVD, CD of clean stand-up comedy, all they have to do is send me an email to Kent at KentRaderSpeaks.com, and I will be happy to mail them one for free, just so that at least they have that. So I think, because I think it's so important that we take time to laugh, and whether it be in person or whether it be watching a show. But I've been blessed with an incredibly funny family. They all have a different kind of sense of humor too, and so it's always a good time to be around that group. And I try to be around them as often as I can, because they do make me laugh.
You know, that's so true. I remember when Mike and I were married for 9 years before we actually knew that we wanted to start a family and all of that. But so we had all of that history before. And so I remember, being pregnant with Seth, and Mike and I it was just the two of us. And we would just sit and laugh and laugh and laugh. And I remember saying to him so often, I wonder if that's why Seth is such a great kid. Part of it is that you fill the empty pages that the child is born with, but I think it was just the relationship, that he and I had, that was it. We laughed all the time, and we had so many ups and downs with his health, and we would find ourselves laying, he would be laying in a hospital bed and I'd be sitting in a chair next to him, and we'd be laughing, and the nurses would come down and they would say, I'm going to hang out in this room because this room is a whole lot more fun than all the other rooms on the floor. But, you what we talked about, right? You either laugh or cry. You've got an option here. You do one or the other, so that's what you have to do. So, all right, just real quick, were you funny as a child too?
I was funny in a way. I was the one who would say something funny to my friends, and the cool thing about school was that they were the ones that got in trouble because they would laugh. I would say it quiet enough, and so I hardly ever got in trouble. But I was the one that instigated a lot of it. So yeah, I was funny as a child because I had grandparents that were funny, and my dad is incredibly funny, and my brother is very funny, and so. I was funny, but in a quiet way.
And does your wife think you're funny, or does she roll her eyes at you? Because I know Michael rolled his eyes at me all the time.
Yeah, well, she'll roll her eyes, and I will run something past her. If I make her, everything I write is intended to make her laugh. Okay. And so if like last night we were visiting a friend, and the friend was watching the movie Creed, the Rocky movie, and at the end Rocky is sitting at his wife's grave talking to her, and Mike goes, I someday want a wife like Rocky. And I said, what do you mean, dead? And Twyla died laughing. And it was just a stupid comment, but it's just one of those things that we have always gotten along, but everything I write is meant for her to laugh.
That's awesome.
Because she's the person I really hope will find it's funny.
That's right. That's right. So tell again, where can people find more information about you? And if they were interested in booking you, where can they find all of that?
They can find it at my website, which is Kent Rader, Rader, Speaks.com. And if they send me, there's a place on the front page. If you'd like a free DVD, CD, just put in your postal mailing address, and I'll be sure and have one mailed to you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Oh, my gosh. It was so good to catch up with you. And I'm excited you're moving to Cincinnati because that's closer to me. So I'm really excited that you're going to be there.
I told Jan, I said as soon as we can, we need to be back in Indiana or Michigan to have a show close to you.
Yeah, well, you let me know because I will be there in the front row laughing my heart out.
Well, good. Thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate it.
Thank you. If you have any questions or comments or would like to know more about the guests on our show, or for more information about Hello Gorgeous, you can contact me, Kay Becker, at hellogorgeous.org, or visit our website at www.hellogorgeous.org. We invite you to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and download our mobile app. Thank you for joining me today on Hello Gorgeous, everything beauty, cancer, and inspiration. I'm your host, Kim Becker, and until next time, stay gorgeous.